Hello again. Happy Shatterdaze, everybody. Venom here. Ziggy there. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Late start to the show tonight. Yesterday was a bit of a rough day. Just went to the first concert I've gone to since all of this shit happened. It was the Megadeth Lamb of God tour with Trivium and Hatebreed and front row dead center. Pretty much center, a little bit to the right, but front row to the barricade. So that was really cool. Great show, but late night and just a rough day. Ended up getting some sleep. I just woke up a little bit ago, so bear with me. All right. Well, cheers, everybody. Oh, there's a panda. We got a panda with us. We got a little panda. But yeah, shit's been okay. Staying busy. That's all we can do, right? Still working on a bunch of videos, growing shit, doing shit. Got mushrooms started again. Got the whole bag. So things are going okay. Smoking on some. What are we smoking on? Smoking on some Nebula Chem, I think is what it is, and it's okay. But what we're gonna do is we are going to. Megadope replace something. Yeah, no joke, right? Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Although most people don't ask for me to play something, they ask me to stop. No, I'm just joking. That is the plan, because I got nothing better to do. But first, we are going to spin the wheel of dabbage. See what damage the dabbage wheel can provide. There we go. So, let's spin that wheel. And what we got? For those of you who don't know, the wheel spins. It has a bunch of dab rigs on it. Whatever it lands on, that mini rig, we dab out of that thing. So, when we grab a mini rig, which I have plenty, we'll go when I can reach. How about that? Seem like good. Oh, there we go. That looks like a pretty mini rig. Damn, that little guy right there. Mini enough. Get some water in there. We'll start doing some DMs. I gotta fight a little tiny banger for this thing. I forgot where my 10 mils were. I haven't used one in a long time. So let me get some water in there. We'll figure that out. Take a dab. We got some guava sundae tonight. So cheers. All right. All right. That was easy. Now, finding that banger is the next goal, the task. Like I said, I haven't used a 10 mil in a long time, and I'm guessing it's somewhere in here. Oh, where would you be? Let's see. Had it one over there. let's see. Would it be? Yeah, the game of the mini rig is dope. I like this mini rig because it looks like an actual like rig and it hits okay. I hadn't thought about how long it's been since I used one of these. I think I got one over here. Hey, 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 hey. Get off of there, little troublemaker. All right. I was actually just thinking how little I land on the mini rigs, which has the most selections, so it's kind of unfortunate. So I was just looking for a little bong to smoke out of, and I turned one of my little dab rigs into a bong recently. I like that one too, but I just needed something to smoke out of, so it's not dabbing out of that one right now. All right, let's see if I got one of these little 10 mils in the old trusty dime bag. Yes, I do. It's a little... It's a 90 mil, or it's a 45 degree instead of a 90 degree, which kind of sucks. What'd I do with that little tiny one? We might make it work. Right now, it's the only one I know where it is offhand, so we'll go with this one, I guess. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. Megan Dubber. Oh, mini rig is cute. It's a fun little thing. I like the mini rig when it hits the mini rigs because I got like 5 or so to pick from, I'd say. This is my go-to for the minis. I think I got one other mini that's a recycler, and that's really good. Mini recyclers make it so the water doesn't just shoot into your mouth, so I kind of recommend those a little bit, but we're going with this one because I wanted this one, god damn it, even though I can't find the good bowl for it and I can't get my shit straight, apparently. Whatever. Like I said, I actually just woke up. I took a little nap. Probably a horrible idea. Every time I take a nap, I wake up 10 times more tired and fucked up than when I started, but they are what they are. I wish I could say I love naps, and I kind of do. My body likes them at the time, but I wake up all fucked up, and that's 8:30 at night, and I start waking up, so. All right, let's fucking do this. Get smoke in our eyes. That's what we're doing. All right, so we are busting open brand new gram of some guava sundae. And let's see here. Cat's interested like it's a goddamn cat treat, but you do not want this cat treat. Oh, that's some thin stuff. Look at that. Thin and sticky. You can see through it. All right. Well, there's a big old slab of some sticky dab. So that guava sundae is actually really good, though. So that's nice. Jared, how many years have you grown your dreads? I know they don't even fit in the fucking screen anymore. I was just at Lamb of God, the Lamb of God show, and I think I might have longer dreads than Randy. And I know he's been growing them longer than I have, so he's got to keep trimming them. There's a picture of me in 2013, and they're completely buzzed. And by the next picture I have of like 2014, I have like dreads that are, I started when my hair was like kind of decently long, which I kind of regret now. It didn't need to be that long. You can start dreads at a smaller size. Everything I was reading said you can't. It's crazy how much even in the last 10 years, dreadlocks have become, I don't think maybe more people have had them. It's just they're becoming more accepted, and there's shops for them. Like I had someone pull up to me yesterday and ask me a good shop, and they're ladies who've clearly had dreadlocks their whole lives, and they're like, "Hey, where do you get your dreads done? They look good, and we're not from here." And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking." I go to this place called Three Little Birds. It's the best one in Denver that I know of that works on dreads, and they're good. I don't even know, man. The dreadlocks are great, except for my neck has been fucking hurting. And I swear to God, having fucking like 5 pounds of fucking hair on your head doesn't help. I was just pulling my fucking arms back the other day and stretching, and I swear it felt like a bungee cord. Just like, you know how have you ever pulled it really tight and like half of them snap, but like it's still there, but it pops on the inside. Swear that's what it felt like in my arm and in my just, and it's been fucked for days. So I've just been a giant broken bungee cord for the last couple days, which sucks because I had to go to a concert fucking all not being able to use my neck hardly. So I'm like head banging with my full body, and it was terrible. Jared, I wish I was that patient with my hair. It's a lot of patience and commitment, to be 100% honest, which for me is not a hard thing. I kind of just let it do its thing. I knew I didn't want to cut my hair anymore. I was just tired of it. Cutting my hair kind of represents a bunch of shit that I don't like. Don't get me wrong, I have to have a job. I have to live the life. I have to play the game. I'm not like a millionaire by any. I'm not even 1,000-aire at the moment. So I get it. But my long hair is more of a statement of fuck everybody and fuck. It is kind of an anti-establishment haircut. Having long hair in general, when you go in the South, everything fucking gets into play. There's a lot of things, especially with dreadlocks. There's sex, because you shouldn't be a guy with long hair. There's fucking race, because you shouldn't be white with long hair. There's fucking, race also. Yeah. I mean, there's race and religion, because it's also, people mix it with a lot of Rastafarianism, which isn't even that old of a religion, and it's kind of crazy. No offense to Rasta. Actually, yeah, plain. I don't care if anyone gets offended. If you're a Rasta out there and you're getting offended, how Rasta really are you? Chill the fuck out. But Rastafarianism is actually a branch of Christianity. As soon as I found out that, I'm like, no, I like reggae music, but I don't really support Rastafarianism, especially when one of your generals is one of your fucking is the second coming of Christ and shit like that. I'm like, yeah. Just another crazy religion, and you can fuck off with the rest of them, or be okay with the rest of them. I mean, right? Just I don't know. It's just the same shit for me. Jared, I love it. I don't know, man. So, and then clearly it's a drug thing too. Long hair is a hippie drug. You do drugs. And I'm like, yeah, dude, all those things. First off, yes to all those things. You should question everything that you've ever thought. So if that makes some fucking people uncomfortable, it's never bothered me whatsoever. And in the real world, I've got nothing but positive feedback about my stupid hair, which is cool. That's probably the one thing that makes people say, it's like, oh yeah, that's why I can do a pot show. It's like, oh, he's got dreads. How long? Oh yeah, he can do a pot show. That's fine. He's like, this is like that's your resume at some point for doing these shows. Don't trust anybody. If they got short ass hair, just a short ass, young ass white boy, don't fucking listen to that shit, dude. Don't listen to Blondie. I'm just joking. I don't know, man. Life is a weird thing. It's too short to get concerned about much. But I did know I never want to cut my hair again. I really don't think I want to grow my beard again. But after it gets like, once you can't see my neck, it gets a little hobo-y. Not hobo-y. I don't know what it is. I got a rocking beard going there for a while last year. I'm thinking of doing it again. The longer my beard gets, the more I feel like I belong, like doing a cult leader thing, long ass hair. Yeah, I just need to get a ranch out in the middle of nowhere. There we go. All right. I thought about checking out the Church of Cannabis just because we have a cool one in Colorado and they're funny. I think it's funny that they've made a thing at, God, that's kind of hard to hit that thing because it's so up, so I might have to hit it. I guess it's not that bad. Try not to burn my fucking face off here. All right. Let's grab some of this guava sundae, which is sticky. Oh, there we go. Got a nice slab of it. All right. It's easy to do a slab dab when they're that thin. So let's get a quick temp. Now's a good time if you have blunt, joint, bong, vape, or what have you to cheers me up. Thanks for joining me on this awesome Shatterdaze or Catterday. Every day is Catterday in this house. Yeah, I try to be here every week. I was sleeping and I'm like, you know what? I really want to do my show. I've been doing so much other crap like work, and I'm like, yeah, I need a good time, have a fun time here. So thank you guys. Cheers to that. Woo-hoo! Indeed. Good morning. Good evening. Jesus. Yep, it worked. Megan, I'll definitely be here next Saturday too. Like I said, I even apparently come on my hardest days, so like that's good. All right, let me blow my nose here real quick. Oh, I keep having to blow my nose. Oh. Woo. All right. Let's get back to that. Jesus. All right. Had a full-on evacuation mode on my nose there after that day. I just woke up. Just like, I had to blow my nose like 10 times today. All right, let's get that warmed up a little bit. And cheers again. There we go. That worked out. All right, let's dump that into meow. Oof. All right. Whew. These little ones, I swear to God, every time I do a dab on these little ones, I feel like they're so much harsher than the big ones, surprisingly, because there's less room for it to go through and cool off, and there's less water to run through and percolate. Well, sorry for coughing in your ear for like fucking 5 minutes there. Woo! Woo! We made it. Oh, somehow. We made it through another one, Ziggy. He's my spirit cat. Ah. I hope not. He'd fucking ditch me if he was my spirit animal. He'd be like, oh yeah, you take care of it. You feed me. I come around. Nah, he's good. The last OG. Can you dry weed quicker by putting it in front of a heater? Even just having it in a room with a heater will dry it out faster, but sometimes that's not always what you want. Let's make holy shit. A dehumidifier is what you want. I have one. They're like $30, $40 on Amazon, and you can put it in your closet or wherever you're drying out your shit. It's much safer than a heater. It's doing what you want to do. I have a swamp cooler, and I can't breathe. The swamp cooler makes it so you can't dry anything in this house, dude. It sucks. During the summer, during the winter, my heater's running, and it's so fucking dry in this house. I have to sleep with a humidifier, all this crap. So it's weird what you want. I think I've heard the ideal drying time is like 4 to 6 days. Like I said, I could leave mine out for like 2 weeks out here in the swamp cooler and it won't break. So snap. So measure what you want. Jared just smoked a fat bowl of some Bruce Banner, about to make something to eat. Probably watch The Walking Dead. Have a good one, bro. Fly high. You got it. Oh, I haven't watched The Walking Dead in years. I've always meant to come back to that show. I lost it after they were at the prison, one of those seasons. Emma, oh my god, dude, put some Sprite in your bong and hit it right now. I don't have any Sprite. I'm usually not a big fan of putting things in the bong. God, blow my nose again. Fuck, that fucking dab destroyed my nose. 1 second, people. There we go. Jared, peace. Emma, yeah, I not a huge person in putting weird shit in the bong. I've definitely never done like hot sauce or all the crazy shit I've seen people do, soy sauce. But I've heard some champagne and Alizé back in the day, because I knew somebody who was in the army, and they were in Germany, I believe, and they were smoking out of a bong made out of a piece of bamboo. So someone cut a piece of bamboo and made a sweet little bong, and they filled it with champagne and ice. And that dude always would talk about it, how awesome it was. So we did it, and it was okay, but it makes the bong sticky, and the hits, you can definitely taste it. But I think a lot of the people who hit like, hot sauce or something, dab with that shit, they're doing it for views, and maybe they, I don't know. Good on you. I've tried to do it without doing shit like that, but whatever. The last OG lost love for The Walking Dead after everyone blew themselves up with the hey, whoa. I don't know. I didn't even get that far. I always meant to, but to be honest, it's hard to even find anybody to watch The Walking Dead with. It's kind of a hated on show. I love zombies. I've been thinking of zombies since I was a little kid. I have you can't see it. Oh, yeah, you can barely see it. So see these 3 little things? You can barely see them. You probably don't have a clue, but those are my 3 original VHSs of Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead. And I watched those fucking VHSs so fucking goddamn much that I didn't even want to throw them away, even though VHSs are fucking obsolete now. So they're up in the corner over there. Megan, I'm obsessed with this show now, though. Okay, see, I'm trying not. Don't get too much. I'm not listening to too much, and I know it's scientists, so I didn't want to know too much of that, but that's okay. I'm like 10 years behind. I like The Walking Dead. I did. Come here. Tell us how much you like The Walking Dead. Do you like to walk with the dead? She's like, I walk with the dead. I walk with the dead. My name's Pandora, and I walk with the dead. Oh yeah, I have a kitty walker slayer right here. She's my scout cat. I send her above, ahead, and she takes out all the. She comes back and warns me of trouble. She's my warrior cat. Look how much of a warrior cat that cat is. That cat's a fucking beast. It's got teeth. Ah, it'll get you. Billy Bong, it's Mr. Jangles. Well, I forgot the cat's name. I call her Panda. That's pretty much her name. But the cat's name is Pandora. So she was named after a vampire. I was reading The Walking Dead. I was reading the Vampire Chronicles, one of those. And there's a vampire named Pandora, and at the time it just worked. She bit my hand really hard when she was a kid, and blood was squirting out of her mouth. And I was reading that, and I couldn't think of any other good names that we could decide on. So she got Pandora. Now she's my little panda bear. Oh, and Ziggy looks very jealous. They fight over my lap a lot. Whew. Well, at least I'm officially fucking awake now. It's hard not to be, too, with all the lights and the bongs. Whew. Anyway, the Panda Express. She is the little Panda Express. That's when she's zooming around. She's a little Panda Express. I like that. Kind of. She's good. She's finally realizing that she's kind of a big cat. She's not small. But she's about the size of Ziggy, with her fluff especially. And Ziggy, I don't know, man. He's had it coming for a long time. She always just tries to like rub up against him and love on him, and she follows him around, and she just loves this cat. And he's kind of a dick to her. He always is like, don't fucking touch me. It's very rare that he cuddles. He'll start cleaning her and then randomly just attack the shit out of her. So she's big and fluffy, so she never gets hurt. But she's starting to realize, hey, I can just kick your ass. And he's like 18 years old. So he's like now like starting to like run from her and shit. I'm like, yeah, dude, you shouldn't have been such a dick to the new cat. She's gonna get bigger than you, dude. The last OG, do you have any glass art bubblers? I have a few. One of my favorite pieces I have is a bubbler, and it's a skull, and I usually only smoke out of it on Halloween, and I usually only smoke out of it when I have some good dank. It's one of those ones, it's a special occasion one. Yeah, she won't leave me alone now. This is going to be the whole night, or she's going to flop right there. That's what she usually does during these shows. I have it right here, and I'm willing to show. Oh, I have another cool one, too. Hey, I tried the Citrix today. Wow, it'll stone you out, says Billy Bond. You know what? It had a great smell. It had one of the strongest lemony, orangey terps I've ever smelled. Like, my homie who grew it and gave me the clone, god damn, it exploded. I did successfully grow 3 clones of it now, and they're looking great. And the ones that I put into the hydro unit, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. But they're looking amazing. They're totally fine. And the ones that, come on now, you guys, be nice. And they're looking great. I have a photo. Do I got a photo? I'll show you where they're at. Yeah, mine smells like a bag of lemons. I mean, the strongest fucking lemons smell of any pot, almost like to the point where I don't really want it to smell like a bag of fucking like perfume. Like it's strong, which is cool. Don't you leave them alone. They're getting into that weird tussly phase. I hope they're okay. They gotta get over it. All right, so I took so many pictures of the concert last night. It's gonna take a second. All right, so. Kind of hard to see all at once, but That's the current room. The one on the left is like the very left, that single pot down there by this finger. That's even though that's the right, that's weird that it's on the wrong side. Like everything's inverted. Anyway, the one on this side is Grape Ape. The one on this side and the one by itself, my nasty ass fingernails I need to cut and fucking clean. The one on this side with the cat down there is what you call it, Grape Ape. The one in the middle rocking is I believe that's Northern Lights 2. And then that pot in the middle has 6 plants in it. So see how there's like 6 separate little units. So I got a bunch of shit in there, and they're all doing great to the point where I have to start. I should have already been budding them out. I keep waiting too long. This happens every time. I wait too long because I keep wanting to kind of clone them and just get all my shit together. Plus, I got to patch up some holes in that tent because one of my cats love to fucking tear holes. Like, of all the stuff they like to do, I guess it's good and bad. That's the fucking grow tent, but whatever. Anyway, I gotta patch up some holes, do some flowering. They're all rocking and doing great. I just put in 7 clones, all Grape Ape, which I don't really like that. I just had that plant that I did on the show live a few weeks ago. Billy Bong, damn, that middle one is big. Yeah, it's got a rocking stock, dude. Fucking, it's. I knew when I was growing that green crack, I'm like, okay, this is the worst I've ever done, ever, in 10 years. And granted, it was my first one coming back into it. But I'm like, I can't get these plants to be like, they're like these little twig, thin, what you call it? She just wants love from this cat so bad. Sorry. But it's just this really thin sativa, and I hated growing it. I've never had such bad harvest and such a bad grow. It made me less of a fan of green crack. I used to love this stuff. So, but as soon as I grew some Northern Lights, I'm like, I really like this. There we go. So, sorry, I gotta break up the cats there a little. She's getting feisty. Anyway, Northern Lights, dude. That I have some fucking leaves that are, fucking like that massive. I should go clip one because I got plenty that have to go. And that's what I remember. I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, dude, I've had leaves that are like way bigger than your face. I mean, huge leaves, and I can't get them on these plants. So that's why I really like the Northern Lights plant. It's a really old, resilient plant that can do well in my temperatures are a little funky. My fucking humidity is a little funky just because of this whole swamp cooler thing. I would love to upgrade to a AC, but I don't even have enough money to fucking buy some AC/DC tickets, which are probably considerably expensive. And Malcolm's gone, so don't do that. Well, I'd love to see Angus Young at least once in my life, but I'm not like a huge AC/DC fan. Let's not even talk about AC/DC. Let's not go there. Anyway, but yeah, plants are doing good. I'm starting to scrog them, screen of green them, just because that one. Okay, it sucks when they're all in the exact same units, especially that one that holds 6 of them, but they're not the same strain because 2 of them are super long. That Grape Ape is really sativa and really thin and lanky, and I don't like it. Now I have 7 of them. So I would like to get out of that again and get back into the hardcore, and because the hardcore fucking Northern Lights has been always good to me. And I can get fucking huge nugs on them, usually. Still haven't budded, but I'm having a good idea. But yeah. And I didn't do anything that I normally do, where I train the plant, I train the stalk, and just get it to kind of beef itself up. I've seen a lot of these things that people sell. They're these little like 90-degree bends. They're plastic things that you put it in the plant and it'll like make it so it has to grow up like that again, and it gets the stalks super thick. And I've been doing shit like that with green tape and green, like it's green gardening wire pretty much. And and you can wrap that around your stalk, and it'll fucking have to like break away from it. Training it. It's all training it. And I haven't done any of that because I'm so fucking busy. I shouldn't even be doing this, to be honest. The last OG, okay, I gotta be right back. Gotta meet the plug. Yeah, no joke. I'll be on for about maybe an hour. I took a huge nap, so you still got an hour. We're gonna fucking wake me back up with another dab, probably right now. So, that's how much time you got to tell your plug. No, I'm just checking. But good luck with that. All right. Let's spin that wheel of dabs. The wheel that contains all the dab rigs. Well, probably not even a quarter of them. I have a bunch. But keep in mind, I haven't bought a new bong in like a year or 2 years now because I'm a broke bitch. The only thing new I got recently, if I can find it, well, I was going to show you. I have 2 new videos coming out soon. I'm thinking about doing it like if there is a good day to come out with them. But I have videos now again. I've actually been working on them. I've actually been working on them. So one of them is a new piece that was sent to me, and I got to test it out. Just this cheap little silicone rig, but it's pretty cool. And that video might come out tomorrow morning, I'm thinking. I don't know if Sunday is going to be my usual day to put out videos, but this one will be out tomorrow morning. And yeah, give that one a check out. It's like 15 minutes, 16 minutes, so it's kind of longer. But if you're here hanging out, might as well. If you're here tomorrow, if you press the little subscribe button somewhere down there, tomorrow we're going to have a video coming out. It's just like a review of a little rig that they sent me. So check that out. It's actually a cool, it's not even a rig. It's a thing to turn bottles into rigs. So it's cool. Billy Bong. I got a cut from my buddy. It's crossed with Afghani, a nice indie. It already has colas 12 inches long and 5 inches around outdoors. Outdoors would be great. I wish I could grow outdoors. Fast flowering plants and tall. Are you talking about crossed with Afghani? Oh, the Citrix. Are you talking about the Citrix crossed with Afghani? The Citrix, the guy who was growing mine, if that's what you're talking about, who gave me the cut, that was his best plants by far. He was getting massive nugs in a pretty small, like he didn't grow them huge. He was doing a lot of small, and I did getting huge nugs. They were great. He was pulling the most weight off of the Citrix, crossed with Thai and Afghanis. But you're being Citrix crossed with the Thai and Afghanis. I like Afghani stuff, although I just bought some from a dispensary. God, now I got the fucking cottonmouth. Not the Citrix, a different plant. Okay, a different plant was crossed with the Afghanis. Okay. Afghanis are usually pretty indica-y, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm a big fan. I did not like the ones I bought from this place. Mighty Tree had their Afghani sucked. I'm not happy with most dispensary stuff anymore. It seems it's rare. Even the good stuff, I'll get it, and like, I guess I'm getting pickier in my old age or something. As soon as I start growing again, I'm like, yeah, fucking, I like my pot. And I even like homegrown pot from people I know. It's better. Although I've had some hit and miss there too. All right, let's spin this wheel of dabs and dab upon wherever the wheel tells us to dab upon. Cannot talk today, if that's all right. Free choice. Choice is mine. I already know what I'm going to pick out because it's what I've been smoking out of. And it's right behind me. So, there we go. Yep. All right. Got the dead Spider-Man bong. Always fun with the little symbiote. Pure type, pure Afghani. Hell yeah. Old strains, which I like. So that's kind of where I've been going back to this. I'm like, you know what? I had the best luck back in the day. I could grow massive nugs and good stuff. Although Oni Seed Company is the next one I'm gonna be checking out. I know the guy who I don't know the guy. I met the guy who is their breeder. I believe one of their big farm. I think he's a breeder, and he does some personal farming, obviously, but he's mostly just a breeder. And wow, they had the best pot I've smoked in a very, very, very long time. The best that I knew offhand that was like, okay, this is this company, you know what I mean? Like, I know where to get it, not just buy it, but where I can get it and grow it myself. And by far, they hands pretty good. There has been some Lucky Charms. I had a little bit of it from my homie. He was growing some of those. I really dug what that stuff smelled and tasted like. And yes, it tasted very similar to Lucky Charms. I'm like, yeah, I'm digging this. One of my new favorite. It's up there. But then again, I've had it grown by someone else, and it wasn't that good. You know, every time you smoke something really good, some actual love and care went into it. That's what it takes, you know? That's why my pot, it shows it. If I fucking really am all about it and taking care of it and being, on top of it, um, it's good. Although I have found, you need a good start with, a good strain to start with. It makes a lot of difference. Billy Bond, hell yeah. I right now have more hydro units than I've ever had growing at once. Um, yeah, so it's a bigger, and I'm hoping I need it more than ever. So just for me. And now I'm in a band that smokes, and I like to fucking toke up my band, which I haven't been able to do, believe it or not. Bug. Fucking. So it sucks to not really be able to. I mean, I'm sure I have. I bring like a lot of joints and stuff, but I haven't really smoked up the band. I also was thinking about eventually bringing over one because it's kind of a small space here. Either bringing over one of the band, one like every other once a month or something like that, and one of these Shatterdays, you get to meet one of them, and we'll blaze with them and make them uncomfortably high. No, I'm just joking. That's what I do. I try to stone people to death like it was. Well, people are still doing that. I was going to say the Middle Ages or the Stoned Ages, but I think they're still doing that. I think people are still getting rocked to death, which is also sweet, but not what I meant. Anyway, let's get one more dab going, at least, because I got another 45 minutes. So, cheers. Let's do this. God, that thing's too tiny. Let's hold this. There we go. Oh, gee, I'm back with an O. That was quick. Hello. Hella quick. The old cushion go. I like it. Well, just in time to do a dab with us. Cheers, buddy. Neandercats. Into hizzy. Let's get this party started. Well, now we can, right? I'm glad that I see, I don't know. Sometimes it's better when I don't start too early. Because usually I used to try to start between 4 and 7 420 and 710, I believe, was my initial goal. I've started a couple of these late before, and people are on later. It's fucking Saturday night. You know, it's a good time to hang out and blaze with people. If you got no one else to hang out and blaze with, hang out and blaze with us. You know what I mean? The thing that bums me out is I know there's a ton of people right now doing nothing, going through their same Facebook feed over and over again, blazing by themselves. And they would be here if they knew there was a place to come hang out and smoke with people. So it's like, you know, it's just a matter of time. But when you realize that you're not alone and you got someone who's here week after week to blaze with you, that's why I do it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. That's why I do it. I do this shit because I, you know, like to hang out with people and get shit going. You know, I've noticed if you wait for other people, you know, it'll take a while. But, you know, that's why this is my show and I'm glad to do it and I'll bring it to you and you help make it happen. So this weekly one is dope. Although, again, tomorrow, actual video, they'll have some content. Not that this doesn't, but those videos take effort, you know? There's a good 3 to 5 hours that usually go into each one. And that's after years of doing very similar videos, I will admit. So I can kind of, I know what I like to do here. There's no crazy new shots I have to comprehend usually. But that being said, the hardest part of those videos is always editing it out, you know, getting that shit going. Billy Bong, I got a Grow 10 I was going to get out of my closet. You want it? Fuck yeah, it's like 10 by 5, huge. Shit, yeah, I'll pay for shipping on that bitch. That would be dope. My neck, I've been doing new stuff. I need at least one more Grow 10, that's for sure. And I got all these new shit, and I have an 8x8 fucking hydro unit. 8 hydro units hooked all onto one thing with a I need to hook it into a recirculator. Got all this shit, nowhere to put it. So tell me about it. I might take it off your hands. No. But what I've been doing is mushrooms again. And I want to show you guys these mushrooms I got started here right now. Any good arrest stories? Yeah. Here, I'll sum it all up before I get into a long story about it. Pay your parking tickets. Pay your fucking parking tickets, or you will randomly get pulled over one day and they're not pull you out of your car, handcuff your ass, and throw your ass in jail. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they'll finally get to a point where they're like, yeah, warrant out for your arrest. Unpaid parking tickets. Take your ass to jail, and I'm downtown, motherfuckers. Get my ass to jail downtown. I'm like, God damn. So pay your parking tickets. Neandercats, we should do a meetup sometime. I've already had some ideas of how to do that, but yes. I'm also 5 minutes from a studio. Studio 420 is the name of it. It's a smoking lounge in Denver. So once shit gets back more to normal than it is, because it is kind of getting back to it, but I've already known like 3 people in the last couple weeks to get fucking COVID, and at least 2 of the 3 were vaccinated. One of them, which I don't know if he was vaccinated, but this kind of makes me scratch my head, fucking ICU, dude. Fucking on a ventilator. Fucking, he's home now on oxygen. He's my homie, dude. Fucking, he's someone I thought about coming on and blazing on the show, too. And I'm like, God damn, dude. And I don't know if he is. And I don't fucking want to make a thing of it. It's not my business if he wants to or not. That being said, once shit's a little bit more clear, I am so down to do a meetup. And there's a lot of little things. Also, I have a concert going on. I have 2 little venues that I'll be at. And I would love to have the people in Denver, or people who can make it, you know, come hang out with me. And of course, I'm going to be blazing and all that jazz. So, cleaner one of these. Yeah, I definitely have a lot of meetups in mind. Neandercats. I was at Taco Fest Boulder today. Uh, Going to see you was my favorite life decision. Yeah, I could see a lot of people. I've heard people say that one of the things they don't like about CU or any of the fucking Colorado colleges is like if you go there, people are like, "Oh, you're a partier, huh? You're a wild one." It's that notorious now, I guess. Which whatever. Anyway, Billy Bong, sweet bro, it's yours. Billy Bong, yeah. Hey, if you, I'll fucking put it to use somehow, some way. 10x5, I could fucking use it. Yep. Turn my kitchen into one. That's why I used to have my kitchen. It was a giant grow room, and that's what it needs to be again. It's all I can fucking do, dude. Anyway, but you can always hit me up if you're honest, and we'll figure it out. If you want, I'm more than down. I can't even tell you the hard times I'm in. It sucks because I just joined a band and I really want to contribute a lot more than I have, and I can barely fucking pay my bills. So I keep saying, next month. I've only been in it for a little bit, but shit happens. Neandercats. Pardon my bad typing. Going to NGL. Wait. Oh, favorite life decision. Not gonna lie. Gotcha. Neandercats. God bless you, friend. The party image is bad. Uh, God bless your friend, man, who has that. Dude, he's out and he's at home. He's a homie too. I was going. He's one of the people who's like, I'd come and blaze with you on your show. You know, he's one of the few friends I have that smokes and dabs and would be down to like. I don't know what we'd talk about, but we'd just hang out and fuck around. He's a super into like a lot of cool shit. Like I don't know. He's into cool shit. So I'm like, he'd be fun. He's the guy who showed me Rick and Morty. I told him I knew Rick and Morty, and I've always known it was dope. And I'm like, I don't watch TV, and I don't need another card. It'll always be there. Anyway, he's like, well, we're watching it, so we get Blaze and watch Rick and Morty. He's a dope guy. So yeah, best to him. Joe, we'd hang out in Joe's garage, which also made me happy because I'm a huge Zappa fan, and there's a song called Joe's Garage, and we'd get stoned in Joe's garage, and I'd be the only one who would know it, so I never would say it out loud. That's how I feel right now, saying it out loud to you, because probably no one knows it. But God bless your family. Thank you. The party image is bad, but people here smoke a bowl and do their main do their math. Yeah, no shit. Hey, uh, what was it? It's a Drew Barrymore quote, which I have no feelings about Drew Barrymore one way or the other. Just, whatever. But she said, some of my favorites, some of the smartest people I've ever met smoke weed. My friend's father is one of the smartest people I've ever met, and he's a total stoner. And she's like, his name's Carl Sagan. She was friends with Carl Sagan's son, apparently, or daughter, knew him somehow. And she's like, yeah, Carl Sagan's the biggest stoner ever, and he's a fucking total, uh, he's not too stupid. No, just joking. So I like people who can get stoned and still portray a positive image instead of, even though I sit here and do dabs, I try not to sit here and drool on myself for you guys and act like a total moron. Trevor, I usually heat my dabs again after I've taken a few hits. Me too. Only for about 10 seconds or so. Is that stupid or no? So when I first started smoking, especially, I do this show, and I don't know, the image of it, I thought it would look bad if I kept reheating it. But now I've learned the optimal thing of what you're trying to do is smoke them at a low temperature. And at a low temperature, you kind of got to reheat them more or get a e-nail. Or that's also why a thick quartz is better. It retains that heat. That 4 millimeter is a good start. Instead, some of these are really thin. I'm dying now. Hopefully not. Anyway, excuse me. I have some thin bangers too in comparison, but these just hold that heat longer. So there's nothing wrong with that. I reheat mine a bunch of times. I do like to keep it to the point where it'll pour out or wipe out. You know, you can burn it, but I warm it up a bunch of times, dude. I do it on the show. I've learned now that that's not a faux pas. It's not a bad thing to do. And in fact, it's pretty normal. And then I usually pour out what's left right on a paper like that. That's what I did with the last stab I took, or one of the last stabs I took anyway. I think one of them I poured into there. But I save it and smoke it. So I make the most of it the best I can. All right. Well, got the free choice in last time. Put that one away. Bam. Let's smoke a bowl and then spin the wheel of dabs. All right. Sandy, good on it. Sandy, I love Joe's Garage, bro. In my opinion, Zappa's was one of the most underrated composers of the late 20th century. Still got to see Alex Winter's documentary about Zappa. Is that the new one? I think it's just called Zappa or some shit. I remember that being a big thing when it was coming out a few years ago. And then I was looking for it. And then, yeah, all I could find was they made a new like Roxy film or something. Zappa is probably I'm a very big Zappa. He's one of my biggest musical influences in different ways. And he's just represents a lot. He was one of my dad's favorites. So me and my dad connected on that a little bit, although I was a little bit young for that at the time. Although Zappa kind of touches everybody at one time or another, it feels like. That doesn't sound right. But he was just he probably is my most well-known artist because he has such a big repertoire of music. He does so much, and I've listened to it all so much. I would say he's probably one of my most well-known people, and I grew up with it. So, you know, it's like probably him and the Beatles. And I love the Beatles, but I can listen to Zappa again and again, year after year. Not that the Beatles I can't, but it's different. You know what I mean? And his amount of work was so much bigger, it's easy to keep coming back to it. If you've never heard or listened to Zappa and you're at all into music, I can't recommend him highly enough, especially if you play it. That's a big one too. Trevor, right? I feel like it's a waste to not reheat at least once. But it's also, that means, in my opinion, you're doing it right. You're not taking too hot of a dab, so it's not just burning, which a lot of people do. And I get that too, because it's a money thing. And yeah, so that's why I try to reuse it and re-get it, you know? I think you're doing it right, personally. It's taken a long time to kind of get my technique down. That is how I like to do it. One of the videos I want to shoot here in the near future is how to dab. And it's going to be how to dab. And then maybe in little parentheses, how I dab. Because there's no right way to do it. If you want to take a hot dab, take a hot dab. I don't care. I really recommend you don't, for multiple reasons, and I'll get into it if you want. Also, I should put it in the video just for recommendations. And if I can just help people, that's actually probably the most important video and why I made this show. I had a bunch of people at the time just that had no clue about dabbing. And I was going to send a video about me doing it and how to do it themselves. And they were glass blowers, some of them too, and they want to get in the bit. So they're like, I need to know exactly how you do it, you know? And so that was going to be one of my first videos, and it just still hasn't happened. So anyway, Neandercats, see, you people are social and just and others are just jelly. Yes, sir. Sandy, yeah, it's just called Zappa. Yeah, that Zappa fucking film I've been wanting to do. I don't do Hulu, but the documentary is playing there now. I used to have Hulu, and I don't at the moment, so I wish I did. Yeah, just Zappa. I remember when that was coming out, and it looked really good. I hope that it's so good that I can recommend everybody to watch it, especially if you don't know who Zappa is, because he needs to be just like any other composer. He kind of deserves to be up there and remembered for generations and for hundreds of fucking years. He knew that. He set it up, and his family kind of kept it going, but they're all fucking weird. Anyway, Keanu, right? Anyway, how much does a half ounce look like in bud? Well, how's the old? If you used to have a sandwich bag, what an ounce was like a 4-finger bag, you know, one of those little sandwich bags. This is a basic look thing from how back in the day, and they would call them 4-finger bags, 2-finger bags and shit. Anyway, 4 fingers about could be an ounce, sometimes a little more. Usually, I have one, and I can show you. This came with a half ounce in it, and it was about that big, like I said. So if you had a sandwich bag that was double that, it's about 4 fingers. The old school methods don't lie. Yeah, so that's a weird way of saying it, but if you've never heard that, now you have. Sandy, the Hulu doc, I gotta check it out. Trevor, I used to take hot dabs off of titanium nail. Once it stopped glowing, I would just rip the dab. That's exactly how I did it, Trevor. And that shit made me stop. And I was smoking dabs that my homie would make and not purge correctly, and probably. And it was, I was having fucking panic attacks. It ruined. It was the worst smoking. At first, he would get really fucked up, and I'd be like, okay, this is kind of cool. And I was starting to get into it, doing it all the time. I have some titanium right here that I used to do it off of. I don't touch the shit now. And I was having panic attacks so bad it was unreal. It ruined my fucking life practically. I quit smoking pot. I couldn't even hug this puppy on command. Come here, come here. You gotta come here. Come here. Say hello to everybody. No, I'm too excited. I'm gonna get some puppy in here. I want some puppy in here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You see a little tail? Up. I see a tail wagging. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah. There's the puppy. There's a puppy and a kitty. Oh, the kitty took the... Well, there's a puppy on my lap. You wouldn't know it because there's a kitty right in there who jumped up at the statement. You did so good. You did so good. Do you want to get back down now? There you go. Well, there was a cat on me. All right. Billy Bong, Frank Zappa. Yeah, Billy Bong's shit. Frank Zappa's the shit if you haven't checked him out. I have the dog on my lap. So nice. She never comes up here, and she jumped up the second. She is such a camera hog, this cat. This cat is always right here anymore on every video I do. She spent her whole life doing it, so I guess she knows it now. Trevor, yes, also your lungs would be ripped up too. Yeah, dude, I don't recommend hot dabs at all for multiple reasons. Keanu, the plug gave me a couple of fat nugs, so I'm not sure. It is definitely 4 fingers. Like I said, it's not guaranteed. I say one of the first things you should do when doing drugs of any type, pot, anything, get a scale. They're cheap on Amazon. I got this one scale. It's this little pocket scale, $15, $20 maybe, and it's okay. I don't use it for like fine measurements, but for shit like that, hell yeah, it'll work. So, and if you're doing anything else like hallucinogenics, like mushrooms, I remember I was just listening. I was just listening to Paul Statman's talk about his first time doing mushrooms. It was this crazy magical experience that he climbed a hill and he climbed a tree on the top of a hill right as a huge thunderstorm was happening. Not the smartest thing, but he got this view. He did it for the view of the city, but he's up in this tree. And no one had ever told him how much to do. So he bought a bag of mushrooms. So he said, well, that's one dose of mushrooms. So he probably ate like, 15 grams, 10 grams, something like that. And fucking tripped so hard for the first time and had this magical experience. And it was really kind of crazy how much that experience and his set of experiences are very theatrical in his life. And I feel like we can all live our lives kind of like that. It just takes effort. But if you can kind of follow the path of least resistance and find these weird valleys and curves that'll lead your life down these amazing routes. And he definitely has done that. There's a person who's succeeded at it. And anyway, had he known to just have a scale and dosage. Billy Bong, damn, how long did he trip? So he's on this fucking hill and he's looking down at this beautiful fucking scenery. And at some point, he's just tripping, and it's just getting harder and harder. And he's like, so I'm seeing the lightning and it's getting closer and closer, and it flashes, and then just electricity, and the whole world's lighting up, and fucking like everything's connected. And so at some point, he is getting vertigo. And he sees, he's realizing he's up in the fucking tree. The storm is coming. It's the balls. He's having this experience for the first time alone. And he's hugging the tree. And he said that's at that point he like kind of merged into one a little bit. The lightning would hit, and then this connection from the lightning in through the sky and into him and into the roots of the tree, and like that tree grounded him like literally spiritually like into it, and like it was this crazy experience. And he gets down, and it was a long hike to get there, so it's like a fucking like at least 30 maybe an hour hike to the hill to get to the tree. So he said he ate the shrooms, that whole bag, on the way on that hour trip. He went up there, tripped balls for probably a few hours, so like 3 to 5, 6 hours or something like that. And then he came down, not exploded from lightning, fortunately, a changed person, spiritually hit by lightning. But he said by the time he walked back down, he started coming down. So, I mean, a pretty short trip. Actually, I don't know, man. I have eaten like a half ounce of mushrooms in a day, but it was throughout the whole day. I woke up early and we were tripping all day long, and that was a trippy day. And but not all at once. And I wonder if I ate all at once, would I just trip mega hard for like 5 hours and then get down just like normal, or would you? I know acid, you can be up for days on that thing. I've also done mushrooms and trip for at least 8 hours. So, Billy Bong, was it your friend? Wait, was it your friend? You? Uh-oh. Was it your friend? You what? No, just joking. Paul Stabmans is the guy. He's a big mushroom grower. He has a documentary on Netflix right now called Fantastic Fungi. And I haven't watched the documentary, but I've watched so many of his lectures and this and that. And he kind of repeats his basic message a lot. So I'm guessing, other than the amazing visuals, I have a little bit of an idea what the movie is about. So I still need to watch it too. I've been so bad at watching anything. I've been focusing 100% on my band, and writing lyrics, and then this show and putting out videos. Have been the only things. Keanu, I feel like I'm tripping right now. Hey, at least you got some good nuggets, I hope. That's a good sign. No. Sandy, you tripped all night long, Billy Bong. Okay, yeah, was it all night long? And during the trip, you figure out how to stop stuttering. Yeah, that was the craziest part about it, right? Yep. He had been a stutterer, and he repeated it like, 1,000 times. He said, so yeah, that was a long night. I forgot how long he said he was up there. Sandy, true story. Yeah. I forgot about the stuttering thing. Yeah. He says he still does, but it's better. When he met Stephen Hawking or whatever, he was stuttering, and Al Gore. I'm like, yeah. I think the best comments I saw in that video were Al Gore and Stephen Hawking should be stuttering when they talk to Paul Stamets. He's a cool guy. He's just he's one of my. I'd be more starstruck and like, oh hey, what the fuck? It's so good to meet you with him than 90%, maybe higher rate of all the celebrities that you probably know. You know, there's a few. S. Billy Bong. S. Oh. S. T. Y. We can dance if we want to. No. You can leave this cat behind. Don't leave the kitty behind, though. Billy Bong, delete it. All right, sorry. We'll let that one go. All right, cheers, everybody. Finally got this bowl loaded. We're going to spin the wheel of dabs and take a dab and then probably call it an evening because I still have work in the morning. Wrong button. Wrong button. That's what she said. I'm just joking. My band says that after everything, so it's rubbing off. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Woo! Billy Bong buzzed. Keanu, cheers. Cheers, everybody. I like how the kitty puts her head down. Out of here. I don't want to get high. I'm not getting high for the kitty. It's funny. Nice bong. This is my personally is my favorite bong that's going right now. Keanu, fat cloud. My clouds are not very fat no matter how big. And if you're in the room, I can just chief up this place and then I'll watch the video and I'm like, man, you really can't see it. Something about the lighting. Also, my swamp cooler is right there to kind of cool off because it gets fucking hot in here. It's probably loud. You can probably hear the cooler in the background, but like, fuck turning that off. In the winter, though, with no air and it's totally still in here, it'll get smoky in here. I'll blow a fucking huge cloud and it'll just fucking stay. And I'm like, yep, that's more like it. That air, which is good. If you're dabbing, I highly recommend you have that. I have airflow. I have a crack in the window. I have the air right on me. I'm not hovering above the torch usually. I try not to take too hot of dabs. I try to, there's some shit I try to do to avoid having a bad time. You take too hot of a dab, gonna have a bad time. French fry Winnie pizza, bad time. His name is Thumper. So, airflow is huge, especially for people who get anxious. People I know get really anxious at, hey. I have a bunch of clones down there. She loves like jumping on the fucking top of this little plastic tent. She wants to eat them so bad. It's hilarious how much that cat wants to eat the fucking pod clones. I usually give her a bunch too. I'm like, fuck, dude, just take it to a couple. She's all about it. But then she wants the ones that are fucking in there growing all the time. Anyway, whatever I was talking about. Let's spin the wheel of dabs. Not a Chong. This is a Jonathan Killman bong. I still take more rips. Yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna spin the wheel of dabs too. I wish this pot was a little bit smoother. One of the things I realize anymore that I look for pot, one of the things I look for in pot more than anything else right now is how smooth is it? Can I smoke it without fucking coughing up a lung? Because that's huge, dude. So, all right. Big, man. All right. Ooh, Tower of Power. Well, that's one of the biggest bongs I have. So if that's what you wanted, that's what you're going to get. And then we're going to probably call it a night. Because every time I call it a night, it still takes me like an hour. So, but yeah. Good on. I have a video coming out tomorrow morning. So be sure and check that out. If you subscribe, you will see that thing. If you hit the bell after you subscribe, you'll be notified that one of my videos is coming out. And every time I do a stream, you'll be, yeah. Oh yes, smoothness. So, I like that. But yeah, do that. I have pot that smells good, it tastes good, and I just choke up a lung. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Or I'll roll a joint, and like the first two hits are pretty tasty and smooth, and it instantly gets like harsh as shit. I'm like, dude, I just want some good, smooth, and that's how you cure it. Someone was talking about trying to get that. I was just gonna say, Billy Bong. I cure mine for a couple of months, real smooth, and that's what it takes. Like it takes a long time. Ideally, my problem is just like right now. If I harvested tomorrow and was drying today, wait, if I harvested yesterday, was drying today, and was like, I'd probably be smoking it within the week. Because as soon as it's dry, which was impossible in this house with the fucking thing, I have a dehumidifier, which helps just for this. But anyway, I'm so broke and I have no pot, and I'm tired of buying pot from people I don't fucking like. I'd buy it from my homie. I mean, but I can't and I don't. First off, he doesn't sell pot. But also, his ass lives like an hour and some shit away from me, and it's hard to do. But I need to see the homie. I need to see the homie without buying anything, because, yeah, see your homies without any intention of doing anything, just to hang out. Shit's been crazy, though. Billy Bong, the chlorophyll has to break down. A decent flush helps, too. Yeah, although I was watching something not long ago where they're doing a blind test on different flushes. They're like, okay, here's a 2 week. I think they did a 3 week, 3, 2, 1 week flush, no flush, all the same strain, all the same grower, all the same shit. And they did a blind test on people. And actually, everybody fucking went with the stuff they didn't flush, which was weird, but they did. I don't think that's good. Also, you get built up magnesium and shit. I've seen it where when I was growing, I was using way too many nutrients. I wasn't flushing out and cleaning my buckets like I should. Hydro, there's a lot of shit you gotta do. Dump out that water fucking every week, which I was gonna do today, but I have 7 of them and I could barely get up today. Just tired and my neck hurts. And I'm like, so that'll be a thing after I work 10 hours tomorrow. I'll have fucking 10, 11 buckets of hydro to fucking dump out the water, re-flush it, and then when you top it off, don't top it off with nutrient water, top it off with just clean water. All these little things I didn't do. Then the flush, I would do a flush, but I'd usually like not do it enough apparently. And like literally, like you could take that fucking shit, take a lighter to it, and it'll sparkle. I'm like, okay, that's so much nutrient buildup. I'm shocked the plant didn't die. It was weird that it didn't, but obviously everything else was doing good. So, and that was really harsh, crappy shit, and almost tossed. So I've had different times. A good flush, I think, is important. But anyway, again, they did that blind test. People were leaning towards the stuff that wasn't flushed. It was really weird. They're like, we don't know what this means. We kind of did the test to kind of prove that the longer flush would be better. I'd like to see more of those studies done, but interesting. Damn, that's crazy, isn't it? I was like, okay, that being said, I still say fuck that. I use 1 week of Clarex. It's like hydro clean. It's to break down that shit. And then at least a week, if not 2 weeks, of just water flush. So I don't know. Sandy, hey, be sure to add that leave the window cracked and the importance of airflow comment in your upcoming How to Dab video. I would kind of blow myself up. I would have blown myself up in my bathroom. Holy shit. Dude, it took a long time to realize that airflow shit too. It's also it happens at concerts. I've known a lot of people, like I said, they get all anxious. I was starting to say this earlier. People get all anxious and shit, and they're like, I'm just having like an anxiety attack, and they're like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, okay, first off, get you a water. I'll give them a water. They're like, okay, that's a little bit better. And they're like, okay, now let's go out to the smoking area. And they're like, I don't want to smoke. I know. I'm like, we're done. Get some fresh air. They go outside, get fresh air, take a drink of water, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so much better. Oh, it's fine. I'm like, dude, you were just in a crammed room with like hundreds of people and fucking like breathing in and out and fucking like there's no air and it's warm and it's hot and you were thirsty and you probably had a beer. And, you know, sometimes the only thing that gets us through it is inebriation, getting so drunk that you don't mind that you're feeling like crap. So it's something to think about. Air is the most essential thing that you have. You know, it's air, water, food, weed. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I was just joking. It's weed, then food. Billy Bong, you can tell by the ash if it's flushed. It should be a clean ash. If the ash is black, it's not flushed. You know what? It's weird too. I just saw something, you know, the guy from Raw or something like that. He was talking about opposite. He's like, people are obsessed with the clear. Well, not the opposite, but he's like, people are obsessed with this clear ash. And he's like, paper companies put chalk in their paper to make the ash really white. And he was saying grow companies are really obsessed with it. But he was saying something that he's like, I don't look for it anymore. I forgot why again. I should fucking keep up with that a little bit more. I know that I've never really thought too much about looking at the ash and just a thing, but I just never think to do it. I used to be obsessed with smell. I'm like, I promise you, I will smell you good pot. Like, even if it, you know, I'm like, I know what good pot smells like. I can smell that chlorophyll is what it is. I'm like, I can smell that that's going to be harsh when I smoke it. But I've been deceived by my nose now. So now I don't know what to believe anymore, people. Billy Bong, a bag of chips helps with anxiety. Happened to me plenty of times. I've heard that chewing on peppercorns, that's becoming more and more popular because people look that shit up and the internet's out and it spreads. People like me. But peppercorn, I think it was somebody. It was either like Ted Nugent or somebody. Fuck, who was it? I can't remember. It might be Willie Nelson, I think it's his cure. But you chew on peppercorns, and there's something that goes on that's beneficial to having anxiety. Neandercats, I noticed that you've been. I noticed that being cooler lowers the trip. I can see that kind of. If you're saying being cooling off too helps you kind of trip out. If you're like really high, it's gonna intensify things. I think if that's what you mean, yes. Neandercats, the CEO runs the Raw channel. He's pretty cool. I didn't know they did a Raw YouTube channel, but that would make sense. He does so many Instagram videos is where I see him. He's always on there. He's a really cool guy. I think his name's Josh. Can't remember. Great guy. I'm a huge Raw fan. I've actually been a fan of Raw since way before it got super big, just because I was looking for a certain type of papers, and they're the only ones that fit the bill, and they're super eco-friendly and all this shit. And it makes sense. It's funny how he branded it well enough that I found it. I'm like, yes, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I like. Looked at his channel. I'm like, yes, of course he's a great guy because he makes a great product and he's it fits. He also owns a shitload. Juicy J's, Element Papers, a couple others. So a lot of the shit, he owns those too. Cool guy. He was the one talking about don't get too much into the white ash. He's like, now the papers, if they're too white, that means they usually have chalk in them. But he's like, mine do burn white naturally, or something like that. And it is what it is. Like I said, I've never really thought to look at. I've definitely had white ash, and I've had kind of grayer ash. But I never thought in my head, oh, this is a really good joint. I should check out, make sure. But that might be the way to do it. Next time I get really, really good pot, I'm gonna smoke it and just look at the ash. like a weirdo. And be like, does this, and then smoke a shitty joint right after and be like, okay, back to back, maybe show you guys, be like, okay, this is a great joint. This bud rocks. Look at this ash. This bud is garbage. I have some garbage pot right now. Whatever's in here has taken me like months to smoke because it tastes like fucking tobacco almost. I had like 5 different ones. All my crap apparently ended up in that jar at some point, which dispensaries do, that shit happens. But anyway, and just see, is they're huge, because that's the only way to do it, is find out for yourself. And right now, I don't know. I'm undecided on the ash thing. And that's because I just lazy, don't look. So next time, that might be a video, is when I smoke 2 joints, one crappy and one really dank, and we'll judge how. I wish I knew more growers in the area who would be like, okay, this is how long I cured mine and how I did it, and like really nice. And then go out to a dispensary that I know sucks and be like, okay, these people, I bet you anything, didn't do anything. Just hung it for a little bit, said fuck it, bag it wet so we have a little more weight, that type of shit. It was harvested last week. We're smoking it today, type crap, or like 2 weeks ago, something stupid. And compare them would be really nice to do. The problem I've always had with the ash test is the only way to test it is after you've smoked it. So you've already bought it. I'm like, fuck, damn it. Billy Bong, flush one and then don't flush the other and test it. Right now I have so many plants with hydro, and with hydro I can do it exact. It's clean water. When I start with it, filtered water, and I'm like, if I add stuff, I add it. I know exactly where my pH is. I know exactly what those roots are going to be in. Soil, I just don't know it well. I don't know. I've never had great luck with soil, to be honest. I've just never put my effort into it. But hydro, you can do shit like that. Do half the nutrients on this side of the room. Do double nutrients on this side of the room, and watch what happens. Or vice versa, or pH, or, also I have 2 different grow tents. So if I have all the same plants, I can do a bunch of different shit. Yeah, like different flushes, test different lights in the exact same tents. And I'm like, yeah, these lights are worth every penny. Or these ones are like cheap as fuck, and look, they're doing just as good, So I'm like, there's a lot of little things I've thought of doing. There's others too that I can't think of offhand. But yeah, flush tests, shit like that would be really easy with how many plants I got going. And they're all separate units. So each bucket isn't connected to another bucket. It's its own little thing. Come here. You want to hop back up? You did so good. You did so good when you hopped up earlier. Come here. Hop up and say hello to everybody. Come here. Yeah, you got this. Come on. One more time. Nope. All right. Now I'm just clapping my hands like an idiot. Trying to get the dog. She jumped up and was on my lap and was saying hi to everybody. There was a cat in the way immediately. All right, we're going to do a dab. I'll grab some dog treats so we can have a dog. Oh, come here. Ooh. I had a helping hand. And we're going to give you the best one because you're the best dog. The cat, she's like, I'm in on this shit. All right, well. See, honey, you just will not let Pam, you will not let her on the thing. I know. Hey, why don't you let Phoenix have some time? It's like having little kids. See, and now it's 10. It took forever. All right. Let's see here. There we go. Give her a little piece of cookie. All right. I'm sure she can have a piece of cookie. All right. Look at this cute dog. Frosted dog cookie I got, meow. All right. No, Ziggy, it's not your dog. Come here. All the way up. Up, up. Up, up, up. She's like, I wasn't fooled. I wasn't fooled by your. Okay. Let's get you some treats. You want some treats? See, people think I have to bribe the cat to come on camera. I have to bribe the camera to get. I have to bribe the camera. I have to bribe the cat to get off camera. That's how it works. She is more into the being right here and whatever I'm doing than not. All right. Come here, Phoenix. Oh, she's enjoying the hell out of that cookie. She's such a soft, or like she's such a gentle eater. I give her a big ass treat. They're going nuts, no shit, right? It's treat time, and it's always treat time when I'm awake. Usually, I try. Well, dude, making the animals happy is one of the most important things, and giving them treats makes them super happy. So it's just one of those things where that's how it works out. Dude, you just ate a whole fucking bunch, man. Turn your head. Oh. All right, well, there's Ziggy. Now you get the whole crew. All right. Well, I'm going to rip this bong, get some water in the dab rig. We're going to take a dab and then call it a night. Here's all my fucking little kitties. This is what happens when you're... All they want from you is treats. I'll give you another cookie when I get back. Cheers, everybody. All right. I am smoking weed, believe it or not. I'm just hidden behind a kitty. Ugh. All right. Let's get... Good time to get some water in here. Oh, damn. Something in there. Oh. Bad, just bad. All right. There you go. How about I feed you cats while I'm at it? Maybe that'll get you out of here. Ugh. All right. Oh, I had to feed all the fucking monsters there. They wouldn't let me be. Neandercat's cuteness on overload. Yeah, no shit. All right. Neandercats. She's a ransomer, not a business cat. She's a fucking something, man. I tell you. like I said, those cats, I have to bribe them to get off the fucking camera. I'm like, come on, guys, I can't smoke weed and do dabs with a torch with you guys on the fucking on my table. They are. Oh, do you want a cookie? You want a cookie, or do you want a pepperoni? You want your pepperoni? Let's put that right there, so we can all get a good look. Oh, we're gonna do a look. Hop up all the way. Hop up. Hop up. All right, that works. Hey, I got more. I got more. Oh, there's a good girl. There's the best girl. Oh, yes. Oh, and there's the jealous kitty. Run away from the kitty. I literally just fed her a can of food. But I give the dog one treat, and she's got to be over here. Which means which means Ziggy is probably taking all the fucking of her food, which he isn't supposed to be eating. Yeah, she's the fuzzy. Oh no, I'm not trying to push you. I was just petting you. Look at that cuteness. No. You can stay on the screen. You're so cute. And plop. That's your favorite spot to just sit. Well, let me get everything ready and I'll figure it out. I can always throw treats. I just hate having to bribe her out of it. All right. Fucking cat. All right, let's get this dab in quick while she's roaming. All right. Yeah, she is the cutest cat ever and the sweetest. All right, so this thing, I need a normal lighting. Where'd my normal lighting go? Oh, there we go. Got a bunch of bongs on the floor. That's never a good thing. All right. Looks like I did not clean this out very well last time. Just kind of sucks for right now. So let's do that. That's wise, because this is a bitch. I gotta take the whole damn thing out because it's so stuck in there. I really gotta clean this thing, apparently. I usually don't smoke. I have the giant bongs by myself, believe it or not. They're funner with other people. That's why I love this show. I have so many things I probably wouldn't smoke out that often anymore if it wasn't for you guys. So that's always nice. Okay, what you saying? You don't need any more treats. She's gonna become huge. All right. So we're gonna get one more dab in, and then usually I pluck around on the old git box for a second until I'm done. And then we'll call it a night. Thank you as always for joining again. Tomorrow morning there should be a video out on the Traveler, a little wax made company. The company's name is Wax Made. The little thing is called the Traveler. It's a little silicone bong attachment that turns things into bongs, like bottles into bongs, and it's really cool. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. And then I'm thinking about uploading another video on at least once a week. I'm thinking maybe Wednesdays or something like that. But I have enough videos now to do it for a few weeks if I do one a week and do this. So I would love to start doing Ganja game nights again, but right now I'm overloaded. I'm trying to do a week. I mean, I'm awesome. I time back in the day, but now I fucking fortunately my spot in the band I can do a lot of work from home, a lot of it, and then try and be there as much as possible, especially those next month or two, because we got a show going on in September on the 18th, Trailside Saloon. Anybody in Denver, Neandercats, I believe you're in Colorado. If you want to go to a show on September 18th at a little tiny bar and check out me and the band, we would appreciate it. And if anybody else would like to go, that's an invitation across the nation. And that's my proclamation. God, this stuff's all sticky. I'm trying to use that. There we go. How hairy. Ah, that really got it hairy. Let's just pick another one. Pretend that didn't happen, huh? Ah, God, this stuff is crap. Crap, I tell you. All right. Well, on that note, cheers, everybody. Let's grab this gigantic bong and do a gigantic dab. Yeah, it's cloudy in here to me. I can see it's not picking it up that well. And then the swamp cooler it dissipates very fast, which is a good sign. It does not do justice, oh my God, to the giant cloud that just was. Holy fuck. Woo! Oh man. Wow. That will uncurl things. Neandercats dropping bars. I'm dropping dive bars. Yep, is that how it's going to end, with a cat on the screen? Yeah, why don't you go right there? I need to make a little cat spot right there so she could just sit right in the corner of the screen. Oh, man. Wow. Billy Bong, let it out. Let the cat out. She don't go outside. My cat's, which is good and bad. I like cats that at least have an idea of how to go outside and come back in and not get lost, which I don't think she has. But she don't want outside either. She's afraid of it. Unfortunately, bad occurrences. She's kind of a rescue cat. So, well, guys, that was a big one. Whew, that was a big one. Oh, now we got nothing but cat and meow. So, there we go. Sit that one out, huh, cat? Oh. Dying over here. Billy Bong, peace indeed. was gonna say, I think all I'm gonna do is noodle around. While you look at a cat staring at you. So if that's your thing, please stick around. I enjoy it. If not, I totally get it. So yeah, you have a good night. I will check that here in a little bit, Billy. Oh. This is Ziggy wants in on this mess too now. Hey, Aaron. Dabbing with an insert recently, but today I've been heating my finger with the insert in it already, seeing how the low temp I can go. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of inserts in a while. I actually have this one I've been using with a core reactor, and it's been fun to do. But that's another video for another time, and I will let you guys go. Have a good night, everybody. Video tomorrow morning, so be prepared for that. I'm thinking about 8 o'clock in the morning. Does that sound too early? 10? I don't know. Also, I'm in a weird time zone, so maybe 10. I don't know, something like that. Have a good one, everybody. Look for the video tomorrow. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that little bell, and you'll be told when we're out smoking on Shatterdaze, when we get new videos, and all those good things. And it helps out the channel a little bit. So that's always good, too. Also, if you're in the Denver area, September 18th, come see Condemned to Burn and watch my cats attack. I'll bring the cats, and we'll have a great time. So take it easy. We'll see you next week. Oh, cat, you've had plenty of treats. I'm sorry. No more treats. One more treat, maybe. Okay. All right. One more treat for everyone who likes and subscribes. So do it for the kitty. Have a good night. Take it easy. Keep it keefy. We'll see you next time.